record on this computer. All right, be patient. I'm sorry about this.
It's fine.
Okay. Go here. And I have 1,000 screens open, of course. Can you see this screen so
Yes.
far? Okay.
And you know what? You can see me moving around. I might
I
actually be able,
can. I
I might
can.
actually be able to control this.
That's crazy. Okay. How's that, Lindsay?
Perfect.
All
That's
good?
perfect. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to mute. I'll let you take over and I'll jump in when I need to.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to our first team call of April. This is really weird because now I can't see myself, but that's okay. I'm going to assume that you guys can all see me. We have had a little bit of technical difficulties. My microphone, I spilled Energize on my computer, and now my microphone does not work. And it's really awful. So Nicole has been very patient with me and trying to figure out how we're going to make this call happen tonight. But we have sort of some strategic information to share with you guys. Yeah, body problems to share with you guys tonight. We talked a lot about vision throughout the first quarter of this year, and now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty on how to really build our businesses. So first, let's see if I can change this. We are going to welcome, I can, that's so strange. We're going to welcome some new coaches.
That was actually me, but I'll keep going as you speak.
Oh, that was go ahead and
So,
go to the
yep, moving on.
Like, how cool is that? So we have a new coach, Tracy, in the Rock Your Life collection. Welcome, Tracy. You can go to the next one. Welcome, Jennifer. She's an old high school friend of mine. I'm super excited. Welcome, Jen. Welcome, Landry. She is a sweetheart. She is brand new. She just signed up a few days ago, and I'm really excited to have her on the team. And then you can keep going, Nicole. We are going to send a cheers to all of our Emerald coach partners. So far on our team, we have Kathy, Lillian, Tina, Becca, Heather, Chris, Shelly, Aaron, and Shannon. Sorry, I can't see. And then moving on, these are our Lifetime Diamond and Star Diamond coach partners. We have Sarah, Nicole, Shannon, myself, Jill, Jessica, Kim, and Liza, and many more to come. I know it. And then we have our Road to Legacy. If you guys don't know about the Road to Legacy, this is a really wonderful way to celebrate all of our milestones without putting a label such as Emerald or Diamond or Star Diamond, anything like that on it. But this really, because we can lose those ranks very easily. But the Road to Legacy is completely based on how much you have earned so far in your business. So that number can never go down. That number is always going to go up. So if you are actively working your business and getting paychecks, your number can change at any time. So make sure you check your office to see kind of where you are. And then in our Rock Your Life Collective team page, in the file section, there's a breakdown of what each of these numbers equate to monetarily. And so there's also a link where you can edit this yourself. So make sure that you do that, because this is a huge, huge way to celebrate yourself through every single step of your business. All right, so let's go to shout outs, and I'm going to make sure I can see everybody. Does anybody have anyone that they would like to shout out? Celebrate.
I have to, of course, shout out Chris, and I mentioned it in the chat, but she's just 3 coaches away from Diamond, guys, and I know she's pushing really hard to get to that next level and just embracing this business. And I'm so, so proud of you, Chris. Congratulations.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm actually going to shout out someone that I don't really know very well, which is Rebecca on this call, because you have been showing up to the power hours, the Slay Squad power hours. You've been participating big time in the message pod, just talking about all the invites that you've been doing. And it's really, really incredible sort of how you have embraced it recently and started sharing unapologetically. And it's just been really, really, really cool to kind of get to know you that way. And hopefully we'll get to know each other better. But just a huge congratulations.
Thank you guys for motivating me to do it.
You're
So,
welcome.
Shout out to all of you as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
And I
Yay.
don't see any of the Success Club people on here, but I wanted to sort of in absentia shout out to all of them, and they are motivating me big time. That's on my top 3 goals for next year.
Yes, I'm going to talk about that.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Anybody else? If not, you can shout them out on our team page, which would be amazing later on, because there's actually quite a few that I would like to do. Shout out Nicole and Shannon for always showing up. Oh, mama. Congratulations, Nicole and Shannon. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Oh, and Tina, we have to talk about Tina. She's just been a really shining light as well. I know she's forging amazing relationships with everyone too, and always showing up as well. And I know that each of us has an opportunity for mentorship here. It's not just me, it's not just Lindsay, Shannon, and Sarah. I mean, all of us collectively, as this collective, has an opportunity to share so much knowledge with the team and the collective entirely.
For sure. All right, you can go on to the next one. Let's talk Summit, you guys. So Summit 2023 is in Texas. They always pick a really hot place to host Summit. So make sure you bring your deodorant and dry shampoo because you're going to need it. You guys, it's the biggest coach event of the year. It is incredible. Not only are you getting just insane trainings, but more importantly, I think, is the bonding that you get with your team. You get to see people that you only see via Zoom. I remember meeting Liza for the first time at her first summit, and I'd known her virtually for like 4 years. It was crazy. But it's just a really great time to bond, to really just embrace what this whole collective and this whole community is really about. And then on top of it, you get to work out with super trainers, which is incredible. You get to meet, maybe some of the other body partners that you kind of fangirl over. I have a few of them. And it's just an all around incredible experience. You don't want to miss it. I think tickets are still $175. We have a few hotel rooms. We like to make it as cheap as possible. So get your tickets. Let us know when you have, because some of us got 1 and 2 rooms to make sure that our teams are all together. So that is in June this year. I know that a lot of teacher friends cannot go because their kids are still in school. I'm still trying to figure out how to make it happen with my kids, but make Summit happen, and we shall. All right, let's go to the next one. So Becca brought up, did you already switch? Sorry, I can't tell. Yeah, Becca brought up the Success Club trip in the Riviera Maya. Sarah, our lovely Sarah, and Liza went this year. It is an absolutely amazing experience. We are wined and dined and treated very, very well by Body. And again, this is a trip. This is something that we work all year for. We get together, we enjoy every single second, something like fun in the sun, drinks, food, parties, all of the things. And next year it will be in Punta Cana. You can go to the next one, Nicole. It will be in Punta Cana, and we want our whole team to be there together, because that's really what this is about. We work together as a collective, and we want to be on these trips together. I have earned 6 of them. And my first one was a cruise, and it's where I got to meet so many people on our team for the first time. And it was the best time. And not only that, but I got to bring my family. and traveling with my family is something that's very, very important to me. So I got to show my kids different parts of the world that they hadn't been to, different colored water. Like my kids were so excited when we docked in Haiti. And it was just really, really, really cool. So we all want to be there. So there are two waves. There is the coconut wave, the pineapple wave. It looks like March 10th through March 14th is the first wave. And then March 14th through the 18th is the second wave. I'm not sure which one we're going to go on yet. We definitely want to all try to go together. If we can't, it's okay, but it would be more fun to have us all there at the same time. So when we figure out kind of what wave is best, we will share that with all of you so we can hopefully get to go all together. But it will be in Punta Cana. It's going to be freaking incredible.
Just a
Incredible.
tentative, I think we were looking at the weekday so that we're not traveling on the weekends because it's a little bit more flexible. But
I don't have
um,
the first or the second wave.
it would have been, well, Shannon
think
mentioned
Wednesday-
pineapple, but that's the weekend wave. So yeah, we'll circle back to make sure we can all try to get on the same space for that.
For sure.
Sorry about that.
The way that you earn this trip is through helping people. So basically for every Success Club point you get, there's a dollar amount attached to that. I believe, oh gosh, Nicole, what is it? $10 per point? And then
I
doubled.
believe so.
Okay.
And then they have progression too. During the season, there might be opportunity to earn more points or more dollar value throughout the year based on whatever promotion they have going on too. So
But you can get this trip. Go ahead. Sorry.
it's absolutely doable that the trip's paid for you, depending on your efforts.
Yep. If you at the very least hit Success Club 6 every month, most of the trip will be paid for you. I always aim for 10. Is that right, Nicole, or am I wrong on that?
Nope, that's right.
Okay. If you hit Success Club 10 every month, which is helping 5 people, especially now with the volume and all that, it really should be a lot easier to hit Success Club 10. Your trip will be paid for. Yes, you have to pay for airfare, but that's a drop in the bucket compared to what this trip itself would be. So if this is something that you really want to do, and this is something that you would maybe like to go on a trip by yourself or with your spouse or with your whole family, aim for Success Club 10 at the very least every single month. And not only for the trip, but think of the lives that you're impacting and think of financially that's helping you. So these trips are just a really great added incentive.
And
to
you guys,
reward.
these are all inclusive trips. These are all inclusive trips with add-ons that you can have for excursions and whatnot. So we're talking about food, drinks, all of it.
Yep, all included.
And
All right.
Rebecca had a question really quickly. Lindsay, she raised her hand. Rebecca, go ahead.
I think you answered it, but I was on a power hour last week and the woman leading it said if you do SC10 every month, it pays for the whole trip except airfare.
Yep.
Yes.
So I think that's what you said the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
For sure. And there's different tiers of rooms too. So, and once you actually get off of so first of all, you guys, everybody needs to opt in. To opt in is free. You don't have to pay anything. It just tells Body that you want to be considered to be on this trip. The more Success Club points you gain, the higher on the list of, the higher up on the list you go to get off of the wait list and get your invitation. But there's different tiers, if you want like this huge luxurious room, then it's going to be a little more expensive. Then maybe you want to earn a little, a few more points. But all in all, Success Club 10 is what's going to get this trip paid for you. Does anybody else have any questions about this before we move on to the actual content? No? Cool. All right. Next one, please, Nicole. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Can you see it?
So I can now, yeah. I'm like going between my computer and the phone. So we're going to talk about the 12-week year. Some of you may have read this book or listened to the Audible. It's a really great book to listen to or to read at the beginning of the year. Basically, what the 12-week year is it breaks down your entire year into 12-week increments. So instead of saying my goal is X, Y, and Z, and I want to reach that goal by the end of the year, well, in January, you're like, well, I've got 11 months to hit that goal. And then in March, you're like, oh, I've got, still the rest of the year. But then in October, November, you're like, oh my God, I don't have any more time to reach this. So it breaks it down so that you can you basically set goals for each 12 weeks, and then you work really hard to get them. And then by the end of the year, you've accomplished way more than what you're going to accomplish if you just set a yearly goal. So we're going to kind of break this down. So the 12-week year, we're going to learn how to create your vision, how to define your quarterly goals, and then assign actions to these goals to bring your dreams to life. All right, Nicole, next one. I have actually done an exercise on this, but I would love for you guys to do this and then post it, share it with us in our Rock Your Life Collective team page. So you're going to create your vision statement. And this is so important. I know for years, I heard about creating a vision, and I never truly understood what that meant. I always thought it had to do with rank in the business. Well, I always thought it had to do with rank in the business. Let's be honest. Like that was like the big thing. I was like 15 star, 5 star, 10 star, like I need these to walk across the stage. But honestly, that rank meant nothing to me other than I saw other people walking across the stage for that rank. It didn't fuel me. It didn't set my heart on fire. It didn't give me any sense of anything. I just thought that's what it had to be. Elite. I thought I had to be elite, but I didn't know what that would give me or my family. So what this is going to do is really help you break down the things that mean the most to you that really have nothing to do with this business, but this business is going to help you achieve these goals. So if you want to write these down or take a screenshot, or I'm pretty sure I could probably share this somewhere with you guys. But number one, what does your average day look like from the second you wake up till when you go to bed? And this is not what it looks like right now. This is what it looks like in your dream world. So when you wake up in the morning, what do you want to see? Like, what do you want your room to look like? What do you want to smell? All of these things that I know sound a little nutty, but if you really, and I'm trying to find mine right here because I have mine written down. But if you really envision like waking up in a space that makes you really happy, it's going to fuel your desire to get out of bed in the morning. What are you doing for work is number two. And again, not what you're doing right now. What do you want to be doing for work? It could be doing exactly what you're doing right now, or it could be something else. Number three, who is in your life? The people that are in your life, in your dream life, are so important. They mean so much to you, right? They're not maybe some of the coworkers that you work with that you just kind of say hi to in passing, but it's people who truly, truly mean something to you. Number four, what do you do for fun? What are those things that you do for fun? Do you live on a lake where you can go, I almost said lake go snowboarding, a lake go water skiing or boating, or if you want to live in the ski resorts and go skiing and snowboarding, or do you want to live on the beach? Like, what do you do for fun? Number five, how do you spend your money? This was a really big one for me. Because I realized that the things that I thought I wanted to spend my money on, I do. There are some things that I would like to spend my money on that are, materialistic and whatever else. But I realized that I really wanted to be able to treat my friends and family freely. And that is really, really important to me, to be able to give to them and just treat as I want to. And then number six, what do wealth and abundance mean to you? So really break down, like, what does being wealthy and having abundance in your life mean? It doesn't mean, that you're going to sit in a dark hole somewhere and just be miserable, or does it mean that you're going to be able to travel freely, spend all the time you want with your friends and family? Does it mean that you get to, support a spouse or have a savings for your children? All of the things, like really, truly break down in real time and write this as if you're going through it. And once you put that pen to paper, it's actually really, really, really cool. And I think a lot will come out for you that you might not expect. And none of this has to do with body, not a single thing. And that I think is pretty cool. So that is creating your vision statement. All right, Nicole, we can go to the next one, please. Goal setting, you're on top of it. So now that you have your vision, you want to set your goals to help you get there. For example, and these really are not the best examples, but I'm using them. For example, your goal is to hit $100,000 by year's end. Okay, that's one goal. Another goal is to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. It's a terrible example, but it's just what I'm going with so that I can show you how to break it down. Okay, so let's just say those are your two goals. All right, Nicole, we can go to the next. Thank you. So how are you going to execute those goals? And I want you to remember this. If you think it's impossible, it is. It's kind of like what Autumn says. If you think you can, or whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. I hate it when she says that, but she's right. So remember, if you think it's impossible, it is. So the most important part of all of this is to believe that you absolutely can reach your goals. And that's really what we tried working on in the first quarter with our vision and belief. All right, we can go to the next. So we're going to break down these goals. Okay, so let's say that goal of $100,000 by year end. So what does it look like? How are we going to get there? That means, maybe it means inviting 50 people a day. I'm just putting numbers out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that number. Showing up on social media every single day, consistency, right? Always having something to invite to, connecting with 50 people a day. Those are things that you can check off, right? You can say, okay, check off, I invited 50 people. Check off, I connected with 50. Check off, I showed up on social media. Check off, I have a group or a coach sneak peek to invite to. So it's really breaking down how we're going to get there, and we'll get even farther in. All right, you can go to the next. The lovely goal of losing 10 pounds in 2 months. Well, how do we get there? It's what we do with our clients, right? We give them a nutrition plan to follow, which we do as well. We give them a workout program to follow. Drink your water, check in with your accountability group daily. So if you do those 4 things every single day, there's no reason why you can't reach that goal, right? But it's just being able to check off those things. All right, next one, Nicole. So now you're going to write out your weekly goals. And I know this probably sounds like a lot, but it's actually not when you break it down. So these weekly goals will be your guiding compass as you assign your weekly to-do list to your hourly time blocking. And that's where it's going to be really important to actually write these down using some sort of calendar. I have a notebook. I use a notebook called 7 Strong Planner. This is actually Holly Hillier's planner, and she uses the 12-week year. So this is broken down just like that, which is why I like it. If an action does not support your goals that you are going to write down, then it should not be considered a priority this week. Okay. And that's really important, because I think we put so much on our to-do lists and then we're like, oh my God, I can't possibly get all this stuff done. But there's definitely something that's always a priority. Okay, you can go to the next one. So, oops, I went bye-bye. Okay, so the easiest way to kind of break down your to-dos is to create weekly categories. These are my categories. This is what I use personally. One category is my body business. My second one are my home projects. And then my third one are home life. And I will show you an example. So here's my calendar. I have it all written out, and I know you can't see this, but under body business, to align with my goals specifically, I have my team call, my challenge group, expanding friends, live and team page, and inviting. So those are things that like I have to do that week, not necessarily that day, but that week. My home projects are clean the backyard and clean the kitchen. And then my family life is quality time with my husband and quality time with my kids. Those are really important to me. So after you break them down in that category, like those 3 categories, then it doesn't seem so daunting, right? And I can pick and choose like which ones are really important for that day or for that week. All right, we can go to the next one, Nicole. Look at that cutie on your lap. So
I didn't know you
breaking,
could see him. He's really
oh yeah.
busy.
So like I said, breaking your large to-do list into categories will help you visually see where you're spending your time, and help you decide if it aligns with your life's priorities. So it can change every week. You'll probably learn what's more important to you and not more important to you. All right, Nicole, once again, I'm so sorry. All right, so now that you have your to-dos categorized, it's time to assign them to specific times of the day and start with the items that you consider the most important or the ones that you don't want to do the most. If any of you have read that book, Eat That Frog, it's all about eating that frog. Like you don't want to do invites, get those out of the way first. That's probably it used to be the thing I hated to do the most, which is why I used to do them first. But quite honestly, the working out is the hardest one for me, the one that I don't want to do the most. So it's the one I get out of the way first. So just break it down. And literally, like, it's not that much. Like, here's my Tuesday, and it's broken down by the hour. Get the kids up and go to school, work out, power hour, connect with 50 people, invite, follow up, and live and team page. That was Monday. So it's not that much. And those are easy for me to check off the list. So it's not like I'm cleaning my backyard or my kitchen every single day, right? That's just one thing that I want to get done for that week. All right, then I have one more, Nicole. All right, so at the end of each week, and this is really how you're going to assess how your business is going and if the things that you have put on your list are actually things that are helpful to you or are hindering you. So each week, do an assessment of how last week went. And if you do this consistently, you're going to see why you're not hitting your goals if you're not hitting your goals, and maybe how you need to expand on your goals if you are hitting your goals. So it's really just taking inventory of what you're doing. We don't want to spend mindless hours, scrolling or doing things that don't serve us or our business. We don't want to spend hours and hours a day, right? Like that's not, first of all, none of us have time for that. Most have other jobs. And this can take, if you want it to take over your current job, it can. And then your hours can increase later. Like I started this business when I was working the bar. It was not really full-time, not really part-time, sort of in between. So I really had to prioritize my time, and it would be after my kids were little. So it was after the kids went to bed, I would spend 2 hours working my business afterwards. And I can remember some of my challengers saying, "How are you checking in at 3:00 in the morning in our group?" And I was like, "This is when I can." Plus I was still wide awake because my brain wouldn't shut down. But now I do it while my kids are in school. So you really want to make sure that the things that you're putting on your list are things that are attainable. I mean, you want to stretch them a little bit, but you want to make sure that you're not wasting your time with things that really don't matter. And I think that we all do that at some point. So at the end of each week, really assess what it is that you've done and is it serving you? That is it for the 12-week year. So basically, like we just started in April, a new quarter. So April, May, June, right? 4, 8, 12. Yeah. So the next 3 months, whatever your goal is, that's what you're going to be working towards. And I will just show you. So I broke down at the beginning of the year, I broke down my first 3 months. I wanted to have $3,000 months. My second 3 months, I wanted $5,000 months. My third 3 months, I wanted $6K months. And my last 3 months, I wanted $8K months. I have reached the $3K months by using this system. Thanks. And I'll tell you what, I'm not working any harder. I'm not. I'm just checking the boxes and doing the things that are important. And I have a really strong vision. But do you guys have any questions about this so far? Just trying to take it in. Yeah, it's okay.
I think it all makes perfect sense until things go sideways. Like you have your day mapped out, and I do something very similar. I block out my hours. And then today, for example, there was like a work crisis, and my 2 hours of freelance work turned into 5. And so then it's okay, well, what gives? And I tend to sort of hit paralysis in those moments and am like, I don't know. What do I do? Where do I go? And so I think you have pointed out what's super helpful for me to understand is take a step back and then prioritize the rest of the day and what really is the most important, and let all the other shit go.
100%. Because I'll tell you what, like, there are times, I mean, most days, like Mondays and Wednesdays are absolutely insane for me. I can't ever sit down for 30 minutes. But like today, I did not get my invites out. I still can actually after the call because it's early tonight. But I didn't today. I didn't even get half of my list done today because my son had an appointment, blah, 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 things happen, right? But you just sit back and you go, okay, but what are the things that I did accomplish today? I had quality time with my kid outside for a little bit playing soccer. You know, we all sat down and had dinner together. Those are things that I'm working for, right? Those are things that are really important. So those are the things that I'm going to celebrate today. It's okay if I didn't get the invites in today. I can do it tomorrow. That's first on my list tomorrow, you know? So give yourself the grace to know that you cannot have control. We don't have control over every aspect of the day. So we do what we can, and maybe gratitude journaling is good for you. Like sit down at the end of the night and go, well, I was able to do this. I should be really grateful for that. And then kind of take the pressure off of the other things, because you don't want to get to a point where this becomes something that you loathe doing. You know what I mean? So you have to enjoy, and you have to be very grateful for what you can do. Not every day is going to be perfect, and it's okay. It's okay. Does anyone else have anything? No? Cool. All right, Nicole, it's all up to you. With a beautiful sleeping baby on you.
Oh my gosh. My sister's so mad right now. She's like, why'd you let him go to sleep? All right. So we have, or Body has a new incentive for us this, coming up for the next quarter. And it's a way to really just up your income if that's what you're looking to do. And I think a lot of us don't mind money. So this is just a new way to incentivize you as far as earning, a little bit more income. So 10 solution packs. We know that with that income, we're automatically assuming a commission of between $700 and $780. Well, they're also offering an incentive that the first, when you sell 10 total solution packs, that you have an actual bonus of $500 in addition to that income that you're going. So we have a nice little checklist off here for you. So I would encourage you to screenshot this, and I think we will, or we had put it in the chat. If not, we will put it in the chat as well as the collective group. But you have an opportunity to earn some extra income here. And it's a really simple process. How many solution packs are we sharing? How many lives are we changing? So for 10 solution packs between April 1st and June 30th, you have an option to earn an extra $500, which is equivalent to a total commission of $1,480. If that's your goal, then I encourage you guys to do that. Again, we'll post this, make sure it's on the team page or in the chat and in the chat for you. It's
Yeah.
again, $500 spring into summer bonus. It's a great incentive to keep earning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where are we next? Got it?
I think that was it.
I think that was it.
We wanted to keep it short and sweet and just
Yep.
give you all the goods.
Yeah. We I think the next meeting, we're still trying to get this together, but just as an incentive to come to the next meeting, I want to mention the fact that AI is a huge thing right now. And it's a really good opportunity for us as content sharers. And I know we've talked about it a little bit on the side. We can make our jobs a lot easier. And I think we want to put together a training on Canva that displays a little bit about the AI and meaning artificial intelligence and how it can make our jobs a little bit easier when it comes to content sharing. So we're going to, in the future, incorporate a new training coming up, I think, hopefully in the next meeting. So wanted to put that out there if that incentivizes you to come to the next meeting and, learn a little bit more about the tools that are out there for you to make your jobs a little bit easier.
For sure.
Trying to get out of this part too. Hold on. There you go. Oh, I can see faces now.
Old faces. All right, you guys. Well, that is it. Unless anyone has questions, we're gonna let you go enjoy the rest of the evening. Becca does. Go ahead.
Just really quick, because I know everybody is wrapping up. I felt awesome about my last month. I hit SC10. I've already hit SC6, and it's all been for April, and it's all been with 21-day fix.
Mhm.
And I am finding that the response to that has been incredible. Are you guys planning on doing another month of it? Okay, you are. Because I know it got a little kludgy in the total solution packs and the checkouts, and you had to remove one and add one. And is that going to be the way it is going forward? Are they just going to have all of the different super blocks in as a checkout option and you can pick which one? No. Yes?
Well,
maybe.
So I had very seamless checkouts. So I'm gonna knock on wood and consider myself very lucky. When I did my last 2 checkouts this month, it showed up as T25, but then it gave me an option to add 21-day fix for free, which is what I did.
Yep.
So every total solution pack, you get 2 months worth of super blocks. Basically, you get the following month.
Yep.
So what I think is going to happen is they're not going to be obviously unlocking the ones that are coming up because they're still probably being recorded. But yes, the ones prior, you will have, if you don't already have access to those from being on Home Direct or buying a total solution pack, I think that second option is going to be you can choose one of the ones from the past.
So it's interesting because I was able to remove T25 and only do 21-day fix. So like come July, right? If I decide I want to do another round of 21-day fix, do you guys think that there's going to be, you put together your pack, it says this one's already in there, and then do you think there's going to be all the previous ones that you can replace at like?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I mean, that would make sense. I think that's what would happen.
Because then the other problem I had was that somebody had a problem, just went and did her own cart and checked out and ended up with T25. And it took me a little bit of haggling with customer service to get them to give her 21-day fix. I said, I thought everybody had 2, and they were like, no. So I was like, I don't think that's right. I think everybody gets 2. And they finally they had it right. But so it's your understanding that everybody will get 2, and you can basically pick and choose whatever those 2 are previously or the one coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to,
awesome.
I am in a 2 to 4 star message pod, and this was brought up today. So let me just try to find it really quickly. because I went to the FAQs and man, there was a lot of chat in there today about this. And you definitely get two. I don't need to go back and
Okay.
find that, but you definitely get two. I know that they said, sorry, I'm looking. Okay, so customer CR, what does CR stand for? I don't know. They're working on granted access to those who didn't receive the 21-day fix super block because they should have gotten it. So yes, they get two. They are also expanding the automatic unlock rules for how to get a free super block with a qualifying supplement subscription. This is effective April 1st and will apply to the March sweep. We are adding products that will automatically and individually unlock the super block upon credit card billing. The additional products are Beach Bar, a $3 combo subscription, and the 4-week Gut Protocol Optimize and Revitalize bundle subscription. So basically the combination of subscription like price has dropped from $115 to $109. So they're trying to help us out here.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep inviting to 21-day fix.
Yeah, I 100% am. Because same thing, I hit 14 last month and I'm at 4 right now, and it's people love it. They love it.
I think consensus wise, whatever you're doing, you should be inviting to, and it should be, whatever, it just makes sense because there's that relatability piece too.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, let's go get some rest so we can slay day 2 of
I can't. Yeah, it was hard. It wasn't hard today. It was. I can't. The bouncing.
I thought
the
it was hard.
bouncing, The bouncing piece just doesn't work for this mom bod.
Well, I have to do jumping jacks, kind of like Kat does them with like one
Yeah.
out, but I jump while I do it. I can't bounce on 2 feet because I will pee my pants.
Yeah,
So-
same way. Sorry
Go
for
get some
those of
pelvic
you that
floor
are hearing their
therapy.
friend.
I know.
Get some pelvic floor